Hello, welcome. It's a glorious, gorgeous day today. I'm off on a 10-mile walk along the river. I couldn't come here without doing this. I'm in Thetford at the moment. Well, one of the largest motte and bailey type castles, or remains of, in England or Britain, I'm not sure. Might have to forgive me my pronunciation of some things. It's lovely. God, don't fit anymore. Now it's earth and motte, not a moat. Moat's what goes round a castle. Motte, built in the middle of earthworks, defensible position sort of thing from back in the day, and it was. I think the earthworks were originally built by the Iceni or the Iceni tribe. So it's probably, you know, they made it a defensible position. I don't know if it was a dwelling of some sort, probably. But I don't know if you heard of Queen Boadicea or Boudica. She was of the Iceni tribe. I think these earthworks were built in about 500 BC. People were about here, and she, Queen Boadicea, came quite a bit later. 60 AD, I think it was, and she made a revolt against the Romans, who were, like, you know, taking the freedom of her tribe and the people around. And she gathered a few tribes together. And caused the old Romans quite a bit of problem. It's a mad story, really. You sacked a few of the major, you know, their major towns and cities. And then was eventually defeated in a battle. I can't remember where it was now. I did have a look into it a little bit briefly, but yeah, mad old story. And then this massive hill that I'm on, or motte, obviously there would have been structures around here as well, was then built just after the Norman conquest, you know, 1066 and all that, Battle of Hastings. Apparently there were views of the river Little Ouse, the river Thet, which is over here somewhere, and a number of, like, important trails around the area, so it was like a strategic spot. But there was two earls round about at the time this was built, and they're not sure which one had it built. One was Ralph Guatta, I think, and the other one was Ralph Biggood. Ralph Guatta was the Earl of East Anglia, and he rose up against the crown, whoever that was at that time, and sort of got put down. And then after that it was Ralph Biggood. He was the next Earl, so he was probably crown friendly, I'm guessing. I don't know all the ins and outs. And it was one of those that had this built. I'm not sure which. But if I was to hazard a guess, I would guess it would be the geezer who was going to make an uprising, who would make defensible places, but then maybe that's not the case, because maybe it was still needed. Probably was still needed after old feudal times and what have you. But anyway, I thought I'd come and have a little look up here before I head off on my walk. Might pop and have a swift ale somewhere. Just had some chips. Got the bus out here, and I'm going to be heading, well, roughly that way, along the river Little Ouse, from Thetford to Brandon. Here's the sort of thing you could do in a day if you wanted to, but I'm going to sort of camp around about halfway-ish. have a walk. Well, that's the plan, hopefully. But yeah, it's mad to think some of these things have been here since 500 BC. Shall I go back down the stairs or down a slippery slope? Let's go down a slippery slope. Yeah. Or maybe not. Beautiful in the Brecks. And it's a gorgeous day, and I think it's going to be a gorgeous day all day. But we'll see. Have a little historical bit here. I'm that good, I haven't even started to walk yet. Anyway, look, Thetford Priory. Reminds me of the Abbey Gardens in Bury St Edmunds. Let's go and have a look. And I'll be on the river, ready to walk. Open 1st of April to the 30th of September. Not 24/7, 8 till 6 every day. It does, it reminds me of the Abbey Gardens in Bury. Probably built around a similar time, I'm not sure. Thetford Priory is one of the largest and richest religious foundations in medieval East Anglia. It was a monastery, the home of a community of men called monks. Founded in 1104 by Roger Bigod, a close associate of William the Conqueror. The priory was affiliated to the great Benedictine Abbey at Cluny in France. Dissolved in 1540 during the Reformation. Oh, there you go. There's a map of it. Feels like I've walked quite far already, although I haven't. I got lost in Thetford town. Like these places, like the old castle, Mott and Bailey and the Earthworks would probably have a lot of stories to tell. As would this place, obviously. And they're the only ones, they're only the stories we sort of know about. Anyway, it's enough of this. I'm going to head through that little gate over there. Little stairway up to somewhere. Yeah, I think that leads through that gate down there, leads to the river, the Little Ouse path. Let's go and have a look at this information board over here. The Abbey before the dissolution. This has just got all the bits that have been added on, like the pink bits, 1107 to 1120, and so on, up to 1600 to 1700 pink bits. Yes, that's only that wall there that's been added on 1600 to 1700 from my lookings. In 1248, a notorious and dissolute prior of Thetford called Stephen was stabbed during a quarrel with one of his monks. He died near the site of this panel, just outside the great west door of the church. Oh yeah, crazy. Roger Bigod. I think the where we were on the old Earthwork Mott, I'm sure that's when I was briefly looking into it, it said Ralph Bigod. So I guess Roger's his son or some member of family. Hope I got that right and it wasn't Roger who done the Mott. I don't think it was. I think they were both called Ralph Guaita. Ralph Bigod. Anyway, one more information board. It's not a boredom board, is it? It might be. But it's the last one, I promise. Go have a look, haven't we, while we're here? Well, I've got to have a look. You can fast forward this bit if you want. The heads of religious houses usually lived apart from the communities they governed. Yeah. Probably shouldn't have done those, should they? But who am I to know that? Anyway, off we go. So goodbye to Thetford Priory. Hi again. Here we are on the Little Ouse. Hopefully this is the Little Ouse path and not that. Otherwise we'll be going back that way. We'll see. I don't know if there's any bridges further up. I should probably stop and have a little double check to save myself doing that, but I've got plenty of time today. I don't need to be in no rush and take it proper easy. It's lovely. There is a bridge up ahead. So here's where I better review which side of the river should we be on. It was this side. Well, with the river on my left. But yeah, heading out of Thetford. I've brought about 1.5 litres of water, maybe a little bit under. But I've got my Sawyer Mini water filter. I'm hoping I can gather some, filter some water from there, even if it's just for boiling up for tea, coffee, food, etc. To Brandon. Hit Little Ouse path. Well, I found a sign earlier into the walk than what I did on my Lark Valley path walk. I was sort of I was nearly halfway through it before I saw a sign for that. Aye, aye. You know what? If I find a space out the way a bit, I might even have a dip in there later. See how it goes. Look, they're going to move or they're going to come from me. Ah, look, it's got little chicks. It's alright. Look at that. I'm not going to hurt your chicks, bud. I'm not going to hurt your chicks. I'm going. Yeah. Alright. Go on. I don't want to get into a ruck with a goose. I'm going that way. Hey, yeah. I'm going. I'm not going to hurt you. Hey, shh. I'm going. There you go. They stick their tongue out on that. I've never noticed that before. I was going to dip my feet in there, but I'm not sure if that place is a sewage works or something. Smells a bit funky. So we think I'll wait till I'm a bit further up. Well, I'm saying they're pumping sewage into the river, but yeah, it's not a nice stench coming from there. Beautiful though. Beautiful looking, if not smelling. Man, I had this planned for a little while, or in the back of my head, for when I was going to do it. I did not know the weather was going to be like this, but I'm so thankful it is. It's stunning. It really is. It's a lovely day for doing something like this. My mouth's going dry, so I'm going to need to get a drink in a minute. Have a drink. Change my trousers into shorts. Take my fleecy off. Get myself a little bit more comfortable, because it is hot when you're walking. Drives you mad, doesn't it? And I think from here on, much more in the roads, in the way of roads and the like for a while, which is what I'm after. I want to get out of the way of Blighty a bit. Go in here, chill out, sort my shorts and me stuff out a bit, have a drink, maybe a quick snack, and then head on again. Hey. Now I took my fleece off and made me trousies into shorts. In the woodland where I was just chilling for a bit, there was, pretty sure it was buzzards. A couple of them come sweeping through there, and yeah, it looked awesome actually. Obviously I couldn't film because I was charging this up and in the middle of having a drink and a quick snack. I hope I don't come through any narrow bits with loads of stinging nettles and stuff, because like I say, I've got my shorts on now. Just see something I haven't noticed before. Over there, oh, way back that way. Ducks sitting on tree branches. I haven't seen that before. I don't know what type of ducks they were, but they were definitely ducks. Sitting on tree branches. They're right by the river. It's gorgeous. It is very nice. In a way, I wish I brought with me some better food than I have. I brought some, what have I brought? I brought Korean style beef and rice. It's like a Wayfarer meal. I think it'll be nice. Anyway, I wish I'd brought some like burgers, steaks and stuff to pick up the heavy weight. Oh, talking of weight, this pack, I weighed this one again. I'm not sure how accurate my luggage scales are. I think it was around about 12 kilo. I was hoping to go around about 10 really, but still, it's not too bad. It's not too bad if I can stop and have a little break here and there. Some people kayaking or canoeing. The rivers are blocked off though, which is a shame. Are you allowed to carry on further, or do you have to then take your canoe out? What's it? Portage. Carry it out. I think you will. Yeah, they're getting this. They're getting them out, and they're going to bring them back in this side of the barriers. They had all camping stuff in there. I did see something written somewhere D&V, so I don't know if they're D&V instructors. They look it because they don't look like kids. Having a little recce. My daughter did her D&V, a bronze, and she done a walk and it wasn't a wild camp, but sort of a walk and a camp. And she had horrendous weather. And this is just when I was first taking an interest in this sort of stuff. I've always been interested in the outdoors, but you know, I'd been out to give her a few more hints and tips, and she reckons her bag was well heavy. I can't remember what she weighed it, I can't remember what it was horrendous though. And it was pouring constantly. Sorry, darling, If I'd have got into this earlier, it would have been much easier on you. Couldn't have done nothing about the rain though, but might have been able to advise you on gear, ponchos and rain jackets, etc. I think you had a rain jacket, but yeah, I remember rightly you got soaked, didn't you? What a gorgeous day. Look. I love seeing the swan on the river. Not too keen on geese though. Anyway, off away yonder. That's enough filming for me for a little while. Can't help it though, I just enjoy it. I think it's worth sharing. It might not be. You might have to be here sort of thing to appreciate it, but I appreciate it, that's for sure. It's lovely. Bloody racket ain't, but hey ho. I did just see some kids doing their DV, looking shattered. Well, a couple of them were alright. A couple of them looked like they really weren't enjoying it. I don't know. Still, you got to take it easy, I think, man. Unless you're some sort of mad, training to be some sort of trail runner or hike well far with schedules. If you ain't, man, it's nice to do, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 miles, a leisurely pace. Stop what you want when you want. Take in the sights and the sounds. It's lovely, I love it. But like I say, I'm not on no schedule. If I had someone saying, you've got to be here by so and so, I wouldn't enjoy it so much. Wouldn't enjoy it because I'd be rushing about. I don't want to dawdle. Oh, I do in spells. Spells I dawdle. Spells I get a bit of a stomp on. And then other spells I totally stop. Weasel. Really tall old thing. Right, it's a power station. I can smell that funny smell what I can smell near the sewage works as well. Let's get away from it, get over here. Once I get to 2 Mile Bottom, or somewhere very near it, I'm gonna stop and have a cup of tea, I think. I probably have just got enough water without filtering any, if I'm sort of, what's the word, careful. That's not the word I was looking for, but careful. If I'm careful with it, sparing. If I'm sparing with it, and I am along a river, I'm sure there'll be plenty of spots to top up with me water. Can't really smell much. I ain't got Rona. Well, I don't think I have. I nearly poked my eye out with that when I went to Smith's flat. I can smell smells in the air though. I can smell down flowers. Little Ouse path. Little Ouse path. Now. Decision time. Do I just carry on the 2.5 miles to Santon Downham along the Little Ouse path? 5.5 miles to Brandon. So I'm nearly halfway there now. 10 mile walk. So I've done 4.5 along here. Yeah, I'm gonna head up there. I'm gonna plot up, have a drink and that, and then come back and continue. I've got plenty of time. What is it? 4 o'clock. I'll see you when I get to 2 Mile Bottom. Good job it ain't 2 miles, because I definitely wouldn't go there. What a beautiful, gorgeous pine wood. But anyway, I'm going to go and make a cup of tea. Have a sit down, charge me battery up again, because this battery doesn't last that long. Not the amount you use it, you fool, he says. Loads of flint, by the way. Flint reminds me of something I read about Thetford Forest and the Brecks flint mining round here in Neolithic times, which is, we're not going to go far from a place called Grimes Graves. It might be today, might be tomorrow, I don't know yet. But that, I used to think that was like a burial place, but apparently it's not. It's like flint mine, Neolithic flint mines. So, because obviously flint was a very valuable commodity, wasn't it, during them old days. So I'm meant to be going that way, so I'm going to head up here, find a likely spot. Look at that, it's got road right there though. Nice place to chill for a little bit, but not asbestos. Wooden boards here, look. People kayaking. They're kayaking, some are canoeing. Lovely, I have to try and think about that for the future. Anyway, wooden boards feel much. It's nice to have a little stop and a cup of tea, a little bit of refreshment. Sorts you right out. Sometimes, once you start flagging a little, you can push on by all means, but find personally at my age now that there's a scout campsite over there, it looked lovely. But anyway, but yeah, personally, you stop for a little break, 10-15 minutes, cup of tea, cup of coffee, cold drink, whatever, little nibble, and you're ready. Right, it's rain again. It's lovely. I'm not sure where this path leads, but I'm now going to be keeping an eye out for spots. It is now nearly 5 o'clock, so I'm not sure. I don't want to get set up too late, so ideally I want to be finding a spot round about by 6ish. Beautiful bird. Lot of horse tracks, but yeah, off the side of the river now. I feel the temperature's dropped a little. Maybe that's just because I stopped for a bit. Train. Now I am going to check my guide quickly, because I don't know, I could have to head back down there and along the river, or I could have to head there. I'm not going to get lost as such, so I've got my OS map as well as my guide. I'm going to give it a little check. Look at this, look. Mad. Something sort of liberating about it, you know. Just knowing you can spend at least 24 hours out, be fed, watered, warm, cosy, whatever. Probably long, well, you could do longer if you had all the knowledge of the, you know, the other things, bushcraft skills. And I've got some, but not like some people. Bats at 2 Mile Bottom. A bit about bats. These are the types, bat species. Pipistrelle, brown long-eared bat, Laslers, noctule, Dalbentons. Of the 16 UK species, 13 are found in East Anglia. All feed on insects. Isn't that nice? Looks like we're going to Grandma's. But the wolf has already got there. This is like a deep old dark foreboding wood. Imagine if it was miles and miles of it. This would be a rum one, wouldn't it? I've just got that feel. I just walked up that side. I'm not sure if I should have turned right down near them trees, or near them paddocks, down right down there, I don't know if you can see, and gone along and come along the bottom here. But I'm heading that way now, so yeah, it's nearly 5:30. And I want to sort of get set up not too late. I want to give myself a big set up with like a couple of hours of daylight left if I can, you know. But the river's down here. I want to get back down near the river. I don't want to be jumping over them. Mate, just had a nightmare. I had to, I walked on, it must be 3/4 of a mile to a mile. But I'm going to film too much because my battery. Then I come to something that I wanted to film down there, yeah, down that way. And I thought, where's my camera? And then I realised it's the last place I had a little sit down, I'd left it. So I just run a mile, well, 3/4 mile, it's got to be, to get it with an all of a panic. I stashed my bag behind a flipping log. So hopefully, when I get back, my bag will be there. Anyway, for a bit of trail running, but nice and easy pace this time though. My legs went like lead after all the walking today, but it's actually quite nice to jog along. I've got that bag on my back. It feels quite nice. I ain't got no turn pace, I don't think. I used to have, but I might have a little bit. Anyway, let's see when I get back to my bag, if that's still there.